Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christian with PerfectStockAlert.com, a 100% free service for smart investors and traders. All we ask in return, please refer a friend. Today is January 24th, it's 2012, a Tuesday, and the markets are basically consolidating for a couple of days here. We've seen, at least in this particular chart, looking at the NASDAQ, you can see we've had 4 consecutive days of basically the same price level, and we're seeing that around the globe, really. So the question is going to be, is this topping early before we've actually gone up and a little bit higher and tested those previous resistance levels? It's quite possible. What you need to know when you're looking at that is that if you start shorting right now, well, first off, if you started shorting instead of previous days, you got stopped out by this move right here. So you're really kind of early calling this a top right now. You haven't seen any proof of it, so I would wait for that proof. And that proof would be in the form of taking out a low point somewhere along the uptrend line. What we have here is you got to move to the side, pull back here. Then once you've got a higher high than you had over here, right, we had right here. Alright, once that happens, you can now say, okay, this is the low. Draw yourself a little support line right there. Once it gets taken out, then you know it's reversed. Well, it didn't happen. It started to move higher, right? Okay, so as long as that continues to be the case, you can continue to say that she's in an uptrend. And you don't want to be shorting, say you get a couple of down days here, or even if you have one here. One down day does not make a downtrend, doesn't make a great short trade either. So what you want to wait for is the actual trend to reverse, and that's not happened yet. We're still seeing this support line right here also being respected. As long as this is the case, then you're still in an uptrend. So we're just in a wait and hold pattern. That's really what's going on around the globe. We're just seeing potential for a breakdown, but it's not happened yet. So right now, this is the line on this particular chart that I'm watching. Take that out, make a new low, and then all of a sudden we have something I might be interested on trading. But again, I want to see 4 points. You've got to have a series of higher or lower lows and higher or lower highs. If I don't have those, I can't make a trade based on some trend, all right? Because I need to trade with the trend, not against it. In this particular case, we're still in an uptrend, just waiting for some sign that something's going to either break down or continue higher. Quick look here at Canada's market. You can see that we have basic same scenario, a little bit more move to the downside here on today's activity, totally falling lower than all of yesterday's activity. So that's, you know, a better move in favor of bears. But again, note your low points. They're not being taken out right here, still being maintained. You've got a series of low points from here to here. It could be argued that that's lower low, but your high points here and here, no, you're higher. So what you have here is a top forming possibly, but we need to wait for confirmation, something that gives us 4 points that we're looking for that we can trade with. Without that, we have nothing to make a move on. Right now, I would not be long, but I wouldn't be short either, but I'd be really close to it. Please take a moment to review our disclaimer. The information provided herein is our opinion only. Under no circumstances do any statements here represent a recommendation to buy or sell securities or make any kind of an investment. You are responsible for your own due diligence. To summarize, we do not provide investment advice, nor do we make any claims or promises that any information here will lead to a profit, loss, or any other result. These videos are for educational purposes only.